Yo, happy July 4th, everybody. This is coming out on July 4th, so happy July 4th.
Happy 4th of July.
What'd I say?
I'm not going to correct you. You say it how you say it. I say it how I say it.
So we've been to therapy since last talk. We've had, honestly, it's a friendship, couples therapy. It's like that, but for friends.
What are you talking about? What is
I'm
that?
just joking. I just want to say some stuff,
The 4th of July is a time of year
It's
that's
time of
truly
year.
American.
You can wear an American flag Speedo.
Mm-hmm.
You can wear an American flag Mankini. So today's episode,
You're just begging to break that out.
I am. So today's
Looking for any excuse. Hey, when can I get this
when you have
American banana hammock?
when you have a big piece, you want to show it off. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, does it have the eagle like right where it should be? Like the eagle's head, you know
It's
what
not a tattoo on my chest, so that's not. He does tattoo.
I am a real patriot.
I'm not
I
gonna
unveiled that on the 4th of July. How about that?
Oh, you did? You on the 4th of July you went like this?
Well, to a select group of people, yeah.
What do you mean?
Like to my buddies.
Or you're like, check out my new tattoo, and they're all probably like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
4th of July cookout, dude. By a pool, backyard. I got it done, but I had kept it under wraps for a little while. And then, pool party.
Everybody said, that's a cool chicken, man.
Immediately. Started getting roasted.
That
nice
sucks.
chicken. We now know you're gay. You just immediately.
We've been knowing that. I'll say that much.
It's all good.
But yeah, July. So this episode we're talking about, what we do on July 4th, what we're going to be doing coming up on July 4th, and what we did in our past July 4th. We got some stories, I'm assuming. I'm assuming you got some good July 4th stories.
Man, I've had a couple good ones, a couple bad ones. We've had them all.
Yeah, we'll break into one. Usually when someone sets it up like that, they break into one real quick.
What do you want to hear
it's
about?
It's hot in here is what I'm telling you. It's hot. You can't
Why is it so hot in here?
You can't afford no AC no more? What happened?
Look, we got to keep it off, man.
Were y'all cut off? AC man said no more? What happened? You stopped blowing them? What happened? Why you stop getting the AC blows?
I don't honestly know. You're coming at me like I'm doing out on the AC. I'm not doing anything, dude. I think maybe we just need to adjust the nest.
No.
You coming at me like this is getting a hot room because I done something. I ain't done nothing. I just got out the shower and came and sat down here. You had all the time in the world to adjust the temperature.
I don't know. You keep the AC. First of all, you don't touch another man's AC. That's crazy work.
But you don't come in here roast another man's AC too, making it sound like I did something wrong. I don't even know what the temperature is.
It's hot.
It's normally set at whatever it's set
at.
All I
know is usually when I come in for the AC, this place, when I come in, it's like a Walmart.
It's nice and crisp.
It's
so I don't know why
cold.
today's any different. I don't know what's going on.
And now the past 2 weeks I've come here. It's been hot.
I think that you're not taking into account where we're at in the outside temperature that it is.
I know, but
it's over 100 degrees outside
but
right now,
but AC can beat that. That's the whole point.
It can, but we just got here. We just got going, and we're in an upstairs. What are you doing right now? You want to just fully disclose where we at and what we're doing, or
we're in the IE? You know what I mean? We're in the. You gotta stop touching the desk so much.
It's hot. You're making this is a weird.
You gotta stop touching the desk.
Tangent.
You're killing me with the desk. You're ruining the audio. Anyway,
we were talking about 4th of July. Now we're talking about where I live. I don't know. Let's take a right turn back to where we was heading.
First of all, where we go with the podcast, You got to keep that in mind.
Let's go back to the 4th of July, man. Let's talk about what was your best 4th of July. What do you even do?
My best 4th of July was.
I feel like you dealt with a lot of fountain fireworks in your day.
I don't know what fountain firework is, but is that the ones that go like this?
They're just like the California fireworks.
I love a good firework. Are you anti-firework? Are you anti-America?
No. There's a difference in fireworks. What you're allowed to have in California versus what you're allowed to have in other states is very different. Did you know this?
Yes, I knew this. Because I bought fireworks in Arizona as opposed to California when I was a kid.
So y'all used to run out to AZ for the.
We used to go to AZ for July 4th.
Okay.
That's where I saw tits.
What would y'all do?
Walk on Ladner Bridge.
Oh, Havasu.
Yeah, check out some nice boobs.
Nice. I've done a Havasu July 4th before.
But if that's go July 4th, I just be out here in California. You know what I mean? I go to the beach. I hang out with my friends, and we eat some burgers. It's pretty normal if I'm being for real. I don't do anything too crazy. I've never murdered anybody on July 4th. No, have you?
No.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No.
Man, we don't talk about that, man.
My best July 4th.
Gotta cut out that murder, man. I'm still under arrest for that.
There was there was of course the Tennessee River cut through right where I lived, right?
Yes.
And most of the time there was a spot you go jump off cliffs. It's called Eagle Rock.
Yes.
I saw a guy smoke something out of a light bulb there one time, and you had to clear like this. There was a point here, and then there was a point here, right? But it's down. So if you jump from here, you had to clear the one that was further out. He didn't get a good jump off the top ledge, so he hit his shins on the rock. Came out the water. Came out the water just fine, bro. Whatever he smoked in that light bulb, it kept him going, dog.
You gotta start smoking light bulbs.
My man was really out there smoking meth and jumping off cliffs. Dude, he was bleeding. Bro, we had to, like, sit him down and be like, bro, your shins, I think, are broken. And, like, this is bad. He didn't have no skin on his shin. It was disgusting.
Oh, for real?
But he was functioning as if he was all good. That was just Eagle Point. We used to go there all the time. But that was just, like, a place you jump off.
Where's that at, in Alabama?
In Alabama, yeah, on the Tennessee River. But right off of that, right from that, like, point, you could see there was a spot. It was just called the Sandbar. You know, people...
Love the Sandbar.
Ain't very...
Fat people out in the Sandbar. Love it.
It's just, okay, having a boat out there is like, damn, you got money. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily this, like, everybody got a boat thing. Mm-hmm. So, how do you get to the Sandbar? You either know somebody who got a boat, or you take, like, a little fishing dinghy out there, which we did.
Of course. A fishing dinghy?
Like a tiny, like, think of a flat bottom boat. Okay. You know, maybe 6 foot flat bottom boat. We take that thing out there, engine breaks halfway through, cops pull up on us. We have it loaded down, cooler, girls, the whole thing. It's the 4th of July.
How do you got coolers, girls, in a 6-foot boat?
That's what I'm saying. We had this thing loaded down. Okay. It looked unsafe. That's why our motor blew, too. It was working too hard trying to get us through there. Cops pull up on us, river police. Yeah. What's up, guys? They check us. We had everything, technically, like life jackets and everything. They tow us to the island, drop us off there.
Was this an all-white person boat?
No.
Really?
No. There we had one B with us, bro. One brother.
They made him swim. They said, you can swim there.
Man, they checked his ID. He was all good. We get there. We party. It's amazing. My buddy Drake punches some dude in the face over nothing. Just like, you know, one of them situations where it's like, guy walks over, doesn't really know you. You don't know him, but he's maybe being friendly. We don't really know yet. It's like glasses on kind of thing. We don't know what's going on. He's just walking over to the boat. Drake's by him. Like, they're in like knee-deep water too, okay? It's hilarious. Drake says something like along the lines of, who are you? And then this guy drops a MFer like on him.
Whoa.
And Drake don't say nothing. He has a beer in the hand that he punched him with. He drops the beer, which caught Loki a good move. Caused the distraction for just a bam right hand. Right in the face, dude. Cracked this dude. Then they punched him like 3 or 4 times. He was like an older white guy. He got towed off to another boat.
Oh my goodness. You guys just beating up old people?
Well, I mean, probably I would say 40 years old.
You got hit with one MFer and he punched the person?
This Drake was like take flight Drake. This is what I call him, man. He would punch anybody. He would just punch people in the face.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, that's cool.
I didn't live my life like that. Mm-hmm. I'm a bitch. I'll say that. I'm not a tough guy. I'm not none of that.
I've been called many things. I never thrown a punch. There's been opportunities where I probably should have.
I've been in okay. Now that 4th of July though, the best part of that, it was a good time in my life. I'll just say that. I was with good people, man, and it was really just a good night. We ended up shooting rockets off in the middle of the river. Uh-huh. You know, it was just like a very us experience. And then I don't even know how we got home, but I think I took someone else's boat home. So it was overall a good time. You
took someone else's boat home?
Like I just hopped on something. Like the dinghy was no good. I think we left the dinghy on the sandbar.
Where'd you get the dinghy from though?
It was just one of the guys' little boats. It was just
reliable ditch it.
The motor blew up on the motor. We got towed too, like just to keep the party going. The cops towed us to the island for 4th of July, and we figured we'll get towed back.
These are river people though, so that makes sense.
They're not bad cops. They're Marine police, bro. They're out there. Out there, it's not necessarily like, I know when we went to Havasu, they're like out there DUI hunting.
Oh yeah, the DUI hunting.
In Alabama, they're just checking to see if you're like catching too many bass. Like they don't really care. Okay. It's not like now I think they'll bust you too. Like don't get me wrong if you're being a jerk, but I don't think they're not like out to get, at least back then. Today, they're probably out there checking to see if you got, citizenship paperwork. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even safe on the water, cuz. They gonna get you, dog. They're
gonna say, I know how you got here with that back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. They don't matter. You can be a German dude. You gonna get checked.
That's facts.
Doesn't matter, man. And you know what? I didn't vote for it. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know how you got to just throw that out there. You didn't vote for it.
I didn't vote for it. I can say that. I
mean,
can say that. Just
all I know is during
outright.
during the election cycle, he was claiming he voted for that. So that's all I'm gonna say.
I claimed I voted for a lot of things.
And you were claiming you were voting for that hardcore.
I didn't though.
Not only that, you were throwing out points.
I can sit here and say I did not vote for that.
He did not vote for it now. That'd be the IRS will come after that. IRS, ICE. All these I companies, they come after you. You know what I mean?
Anything with 3 letters, man, be scared. That's what they say.
I've been knowing that.
ATF? No.
FBI?
DEA? No.
Oh, you know, I'm scared of DEI. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I mean,
just being an American, dude. What's the most American thing you've ever done? I can tell you the most American thing I've ever done on the 4th of July.
Go ahead.
High school, 4th of July weekend. Not sure if it is exactly 4th of July, but what we would do, of course, fireworks stands would be a thing. We would get in these like bottle rocket wars, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Have I broke this down for you before?
No, I mean I think you have, but not in the pod.
Bottle rocket wars were a thing. We would drive around in cars and we would shoot either like Roman candles at each other or light bottle rockets, or if you really got nutty, people would take the mortars, the mortar canisters, hold them out the window and boom, shoot them things at people.
That's fun. The most American thing I've ever done, I got an American flag, I held it up like this, I squatted down, I had my cousin come under me, put the Roman candle under my butt, light it off, and just see what happens. Just see what happens if America shoot at me. What you think about that? And then I went home.
Listen, so we got the drop on where like the other school was. Muscle Shoals was a school. Yeah. Sheffield was a school. Okay. We were at war.
Okay.
We got the drop.
So where are you from?
I'm from Sheffield.
But you've been claiming Muscle Shoals the past couple of months.
But it's called the Tri-Cities.
Okay.
So, I mean, I've spent just as much time in Muscle Shoals as I did Sheffield as I did Florence, right?
Okay.
It's like they're all the same there.
Okay.
All right. We got the drop.
Time out, though.
This is real.
Can I time out, though? I don't think you should be given Florence. They shouldn't give cool names to bad cities.
That's a dope. You don't know what you're talking about. You need to visit there before you go giving all that.
Florence is too good of a name.
Muscle Shoals is literally known for putting out some of the dopest music ever.
That one fits. Muscle Shoals.
Florence has got a dope school. Why are you just mad?
Florence got a dope school, man.
Where's
Alabama ranking education?
University of North Alabama, good school, man.
UNA.
Now look, that's where I went. Now hear me out.
I know, that's sad.
That's a good school, man. And then Sheffield, that's the oldest town.
That's a good name.
Sheffield, the oldest town there.
Sheffield sounds like a good name.
But you know what that's from? Is Sheffield, England. There's an old town. There's a Sheffield, England too, just like there's a Florence, Italy. I know why you don't like Florence. But let me tell you something.
Ow!
Where do you live? Ladera what?
Ladera Ranch.
Ladera Ranch. Whose ranch is that? Some guy named Ladera or what?
Funny bone. You could use one of those. Just kidding. But Ladera Ranch. It's a dumb name. It's a dumb name.
That's a dumb name.
I agree with that.
All right.
What do you want me to say? I agree with that.
Okay, I forgot what we was even doing.
You're talking about your tri-state areas, Muscle Shoals versus Florence versus Sheffield.
This is beautiful, man. Okay.
So we
got you got me sidetracked. We pull up. My buddy had a gold expedition, right?
Okay.
We bought some
a gold expedition. Who is this guy? A pimp?
No, man. Like gold is in painted color, not like you thought solid gold expedition. I mean,
I thought he's walking a Trump mobile.
What are we? It's not Post Malone, dog. Like, what are we doing?
Post Malone.
He's got an Explorer that looks just like it.
I've heard the song.
Okay. Don't fucking make me feel like I'm bombing on our shitty podcast. You suck, dude.
I'm just trying to interject into stuff.
Hit 'Em Up by Tupac gets turned on. He had subwoofers. I hang out the side window. They're all parked like horizontally in this parking lot. Double Roman candle. I mean, I was hitting fucking men, women. People were scattering.
Say children. You were hitting children?
There was kids there too. I mean, because all the kids were there. I was shooting Roman candles at groups of people. It was so much fun.
Men, women, children, old people, minorities.
Then it got escalated too far, the war. A guy shot a mortar. I'm not going to say who shot it because this is like still beef, I think, around my little town.
You for real?
Dude, a mortar went into a guy's truck where his girlfriend was. Mm-hmm. The mortar lands in her seat and then blows. Like, blew her thigh off.
Oh, man.
Like, blew some thigh meat out.
That's disgusting.
Wild. In a Ford Raptor. He was like the richest guy in our area.
Oh, really?
And he somehow caught a mortar inside of his...
a Ford Raptor? That's nice.
Dude.
Love a good Raptor.
And then you got to think, that was when I was in high... That's 13.
So how until he dumped that one-legged bitch? That's my question. Because, what did you give her, like, 2 weeks?
Oh, I know her name. I can say her name right now.
Angelica?
No, it was Krista.
Okay, well, I call her Crispy Leg. She got a crispy-ass leg.
It's so fucked up.
Is she a nice lady?
Nice lady. Very nice lady.
She should be. Anyway.
Man, dude, so many 4th of July
Want me to cut her name out?
No, I don't care.
Okay,
She's not
she's
gonna
not
see
gonna
it.
watch
Maybe
it.
if she does, then
If
hey,
you went viral or something like that.
she'll be happy that I'm talking about her.
Yeah, she'll be happy.
It was a good time, man. That same guy jumped in that same Raptor before that incident. He just got it. We jumped some railroad tracks in that thing.
Oh, really?
He thought he was so bad.
Did you see the video of the...
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
He jumps the railroad track. You know that look in people's eyes when they know they fucked up?
Oh, I've seen that face.
They're
I've seen
like,
you have that face.
they're like looking in the mirror and shit, but like, he's like, oh, we're good. He kept like feeling his truck. Bro, he just got it. That same girl's in the front seat. I'm with whoever I'm with in the back seat. And he ramps this thing, slams down, the truck bottoms out, sparks go flying, right? He is doing that nervous. He's like looking back at me, looking around. He's like, this is fine. Yeah, it's always been like that. He's like making those little, it's always been like, it's always had that little sound. And
Yeah,
it's
like, that's normal.
Cuz,
Yeah.
you're done.
Mm-hmm.
He blew out the shocks on that Raptor, man.
Did you see the video of the guy who jumped the fountain in the General Lee car?
Oh, yeah.
That was sick.
There was a guy in that?
Yeah.
Why'd they do that? Why'd they not just send it off with like a remote or something?
Can you do that?
Yeah.
You could remote.
Brother, I mean, once they figured out how
This
to do
is in the
RC
South,
cars,
by the way. They do RC cars out there?
Yeah.
Nah, they're driving.
I think I've seen this video. They jumped the like big fountain. He goes pretty high, lands nose down first.
Yeah, almost hits a guy.
Almost hits a guy. Yeah. There was no one in that car.
You don't think so?
No.
All right. Let us know if there's people in that car.
Let us know if there was somebody in that car. There really may have been somebody in that car.
Let us know what he was. We look like his race, gender, creed. Oh, no, all that stuff. Religion.
He's really focusing in on that. I don't necessarily care about any of that.
It was probably a white dude. I'm assuming. If it was a white dude driving, if it was remote controlled, it was an Asian dude driving. You know what I mean? And since the crash was a woman, just kidding. But
Dude.
Yeah, what's up?
Open mics are insane.
What is that about?
I saw a dude go up last night.
Yeah.
Does just like 6 or 7 just I hate women jokes in a row.
Okay, so he was.
And is just now just staring at the only lady in the crowd.
What was she doing?
She got up and walked away.
Did she actually?
Yeah.
She walked out.
Just said, you know what? I'm done.
To be fair, if I was in a place and it was
imagine doing that.
Walking out?
No, just like really locking in on that.
I mean, that'd be wild. I mean, I don't hate women more than that guy. Just kidding. I don't hate women at all. I have a girlfriend. I think women are cool. But I
What's your best 4th of July, man? What kind of meat do you eat on the barbecue? What do you cook?
Bro, if I could cook anything, I'd cook that one-legged bitch's leg, throw on the stove, and just say, let me chomp on this. It's already tenderized.
I'm not even going to laugh at that one. That would suck, dude. That would suck. Can I tell you something?
Go ahead.
Answer the question. What do you rock on the barbecue? When you go to a good 4th of July party, what do you want there? Are we going to a pool party? Are we going to a backyard party? I'm going to let you take off.
I go to an apartment near the beach that has a pool for the apartment. That way I can go to the beach during like the 1 to 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have this locked in, huh? Is this already your plan?
It's already my plan, yeah. I know.
Am I invited?
You can't be invited if you'd like to come.
I mean, my plans suck on 4th of July.
What's your 4th of July coming up?
I'm going to go sit at an apartment pool in like City of Industry with a lady who just had a baby.
Check out my new baby, man. It's 4th of July. Look at the fireworks. Look at him. She probably, when the eclipse comes, she's like, look at the eclipse, little John. And he's like, I'm blind. I just get cataracts.
Blind.
Why he blind? Stop being blind, dumb baby. She smacks him. I'll smack the blindness out of you, stupid baby. So that's what I would do if I was. Just kidding. She sounds like a nice lady. Have I met this woman?
Yeah, she's a good lady.
Okay,
she,
nice.
she really is. Shouts out her.
She's a good mom.
Jay, you a good woman. We all know.
She a good mom.
Hmm?
She a good mom.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Great mom.
Ask me if I think she's a good mom.
No, because you don't know her. I'm not going to talk about her anymore. Let's get off.
She sounds like a good mom. So if I was there, I would give that baby a beer and say, drink up. You know what I mean? Sippy cup. It's from the mom's tits. Drink it up. See what happens. But here's what I like. I go to what's up?
The fact that you feel like you had to comment more about the baby and like
The beer?
gotta let it go.
So here's the point of what I'm trying to make.
I'm not trying to go to this pool party.
Okay, well, I'm going to a party. The person I know lives by Dana Point Beach.
Nice.
We walk to Salt Creek. We hang out at the beach. We go in the water. It's kind of cold for me though. I don't really go in that much. I got Jewish skin. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
I don't like the cold.
First off, I have a question for you real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
When it comes to the Jays.
Here we go. Don't call them the Jays. That's somebody else's thing already.
No, I'm saying it like that for a reason.
Why?
When it comes to the Jays, what do you know the difference in like? There's obviously a difference in like what's going on in other parts of the world, and then like Jays here, yeah. Like well, I know a couple Jays, right?
Yes.
Are they like just offended and just like pissed off about what's going on?
Okay, so
I don't really. Are they with them? They rock with
here's
them
the
like that.
the
Are they good guys or
Okay.
bad guys? I just want to know. I don't even know what's happening.
The Jewish
anymore.
Americans that we know,
Yeah.
they are not pro-Israel. I'll tell you that much. I've talked to them. I've discussed it with them. I've asked them about the Israel, Palestine, and Israel. Iran.
So it is sort of a different thing to be like an IJ versus a JJ. I guess.
The biggest thing is if you practice Judaism.
Okay.
A lot of American Jewish people do not practice. They do the traditional stuff, the Hanukkahs and all this stuff. They don't necessarily practice it a lot. They will do they kind of like.
What does practice mean? Like sacrifices, things like spells.
Sacrifices. Okay, so yeah, Florence is smart. So
I mean, I don't know. Calderins. What are they doing?
Calderins.
What is
yeah?
practicing?
UNA is a good school. Calderins.
What does practicing mean to you?
Reading the Torah.
Just like okay, so
Applying by the basic teachings of the Torah, which is the Old Testament, the first 5. I think it's the first 5 or 6 books of the Bible. When the name's really Jewish, you know what I mean?
I need to do more homework, I guess, on the Jays.
Here's the thing. There's a lot of different Jewish people. There's a lot of the ones in America, and especially in California, we have Ashkenazi Jews. Those are European Jewish people, and Polish Jews and Hungarian Jews. Those are the most popular Jewish people that are in America. Those are the ones that we know. The second you get to like the Jews that are in Israel, those are like they look Middle Eastern. The Jews out here are white people because they're European Jews. You know what I mean?
So they don't necessarily vibe.
They don't really fuck with it that much. You know what I mean? They're not from there. Now they can go there. The ones that do, there's like a thing, I forget what it's called, but where a Jewish, if your dad's Jewish or your mom, I forget if it's dad or mom, you can go to Israel for like a month for free. They pay for it. But the ones that do that, those ones might be pro-is. But the ones that don't, they mostly just chill here. They're mostly just Jewish by like how Woody Allen's a Jewish guy, and it's kind of like a little nervous, neurotic, anxiety, which I have that too. So I feel like a Jewish American a lot of my life.
To be honest, I've heard some things about Woody Allen.
Okay, well, Woody Allen. This is not gonna be anything new. Everybody knows about Woody Allen. There's documentaries on HBO about Woody Allen. Not a good guy.
It's just a weird reference, though, don't you think?
Well, he's the most Jewish guy of all time. Like that's like stereotypical Jew is like Woody Allen in his movies. He's a very neurotic, anxiety-filled, short, balding, white dude, but who's also Jewish. You watch Seinfeld?
I mean, a couple eps when I was a kid, but
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, basically.
I don't indulge in that.
Okay, well that's fine.
Does that like have something to do? Does Seinfeld have like a direct tie to Jays?
Well, I think Seinfeld supports Israel, the comedian.
I heard he's pretty he's all over the place.
Just a cutthroat kind of guy, dude. I heard he's very. I mean, who knows? I'm not gonna guess his political opinion. I don't know him. Never met him. Hey, never met Seinfeld.
I bet he's like. Okay, if you did though.
I heard he's a very liberal guy.
Is he gonna just gel with Jake? Let's be honest.
Gel with who?
Gel with Jake, as in you, as in the person you are.
I heard he's I heard he's like very autistic, where like he can like if you just talk comedy with him, that's all you. He's a guy. I've heard a story that like if you just talk comedy with him, that's all you need to talk about. Don't try to relate to him on something that he knows more than you about. That's what I heard. Just talk to him about comedy.
I don't like anybody with that kind of.
No, he'll be
preference.
like.
You know what I mean?
It'll be like this. Let me give you an example. If you like, you know how he knows a lot about cars.
Mm-hmm.
If you try to talk about cars with him, he'll be like, "We don't got to talk about cars because you don't know anything about cars, even if you think you know." It'd be like if I was trying to talk to you about flooring.
Yeah, I've never been one of them guys.
If I start talking about flooring right now, would you be like?
I'd walk you through it for the most
No,
part.
if I was just like, yeah, I did a flooring recently, and
would you learn? I mean, like I would engage in that.
That is not you though, because I know you don't. You always roast me for knowing nothing.
Okay, you because I'm with your ass all the time. But if I'm talking to Jerry Seinfeld, I'm swinging. So is he into what? What's he into?
Just talk comedy with him. If I heard.
I would just be like, Jerry.
Who's your favorite comedian?
Do you think it'd be bad to call him Jerry the J?
He's been called that many times, I think, Jerry the J. Oh, man. I would love if you called him Jerry the J. You would never in a million years, you would see a Jerry start bowing.
I mean, I would, of course, show a man nothing but respect, but if you can't understand, you can call me whatever you want, and I don't get mad at you, so why can't, we can have that.
That's fair.
The second you can't have that with somebody, it's like, what kind of relationship is this? You're now what? My master?
Okay, someone called.
I got to do a little song and dance.
Someone
for
called you the gay F slur recently, and you were like crashing out onto me.
But that's because I don't respect them. If I don't respect you, and you say something like that to me, well, now it's on. Well, now you've started a war.
What's that mean, man? Does he think he can fuck with me, man? You trying to say that he thinks he can beat me up? And it's like, no, that's what you got from that.
I will immediately take it to that.
This
guy did. What are we doing? Is he threatening me right now?
I was like, what are you talking
Do I have a right to?
Oh man.
No,
So yeah, I mean,
it's all good, man.
But here's how I just look at.
I'm scared.
There are just Jewish people in America. There's like so many different types. Like the ones. I mean, I don't know if this is for sure, but I think the ones that were in the concentration camps were like the European Jewish people.
Oh my god.
That's why they have the more anxiety and they come to America.
Let's call them sea camps.
Let's just call them the first edition of what we got going on.
No, sea camps. No, let's keep it. Let's just keep.
I was trying to make a joke. Have you seen the videos of the deportation camps they have?
Is it bad?
They look pretty.
D camps. We'll leave it at a D camps. We can't keep.
D camps is good.
Dude.
D camps to C camps. Louis C camps.
Louis C camps.
D camps Metcalf. Seattle Seahawks wide receiver.
Oh my God! Look, man, the world's weird. We can admit that, but it is America today. The 4th of July is about celebrating what's good about America. People need to remember what's good. Hot dogs on the grill is good.
Boobs out of the bra is good.
I was going to get there. I was going to build it up a little bit and then say jumping off of a diving board into the deep end or hitting a cannonball on the 4th of July, that is good. That's American. And if your uncle's new wife's titty pops out around the pool, hey.
And if she happens to not be illegal,
God bless America.
And you throw her in a D camp, that's American. Okay? I'm just kidding. That's not American. It's messed up, all right? Because America's all about immigration.
Dude, we need to I just really want people to start focusing I feel like people are really focusing on the bad right now. And we got to start pushing the good into the world, you know?
There's a lot of guys pushing the good, though.
Who? Crack timeout, and that's it.
That's really about it. We're the only ones pushing the good right now.
We are the only guys pushing
the
P right now, bro.
We push P, we push the good word, we push fentanyl on the minors. It's a good time. So here's my problem with the minors thing. I'm just kidding.
Here's my problem. Oh, man.
Here's my problem with minors these days. They're wearing sweatpants? I'm just kidding. I have been in the gym, and minors usually be out there rocking sweatpants while they work out.
I can't even talk M's with you.
Talk M's? Because we're abbreviating every single thing we talk about now?
I'm just gonna start just hitting everything with just letters. You know me, man. That's how I roll. That's how I've always rolled.
Who works out at your gym? Like, what's the age demographic there?
Roughly, I'd say, I've honestly, very rarely do I see high school kids in there, I'll be honest.
Really?
Tough to tell.
My gym is tough to tell. Uh-oh.
No, man, I don't know. No, for the most part, dude, there's one dude in there. I told you, I saw a guy at the gym the other day, and I knew right then and there why they invented handguns, bro. This guy was huge, bro. He was a big dude. This guy's he looks like a NFL player, for real.
Yeah.
Shoulders like boulders, you know?
Oh, wow, I like
this
that.
Guy's huge.
I like that.
Light
I want
skinned
him to
dude.
chase me down after I steal the Golden Temple.
Probably, I'm not over exaggerating. Every bit of 6'7", bro. He's huge.
6'7"?
He's the biggest man in person I think I've seen in a long time. I met Brock Lesnar once, and then it's probably this guy. This guy's bigger than Brock Lesnar.
When did you meet Brock Lesnar?
In an airport one time when I was a kid. Huh?
Why? What happened?
He was getting yogurt, at a yogurt
Would you
thing.
walk up and what'd you say?
And I was like, Brock Lesnar. My mom actually waved him down, and then he probably noticed my mom, and then 2 kids ran up. We met him. It was pretty cool, man.
That's facts.
This was when he was the UFC champ of the world, too.
Oh, he was a UFC champ, Brock Lesnar?
Brock Lesnar was a UFC champion.
You watched UFC? How old were you in this scenario? You watched UFC?
I was a kid, bro. Yeah, I was into it then. My uncle got me into it.
Nice.
My uncle, man.
Guy's the name of a dog. That's sick.
His real name's which is funny too. I swear. We gotta cut that out. We can't leave that in.
Well, you can't?
Because I'm pretty sure he watches it.
He watches the Cracktimeout?
I'm pretty sure he watches the Cracktimeout.
Oh, shout out!
Shout out my uncle, but we can't leave his name in it.
Okay, that guy sounds dope. He watches the Cracktimeout. He's helping the good of the world. Preaching the good word, hopefully.
But yeah, man, he got me into the UFC early, dude. I watched all the early UFC fights as 10, 11, 12, 13, and then I moved to Alabama. 13.
Yeah.
That's when I had to, get it on my own. Illegally stream and download. I'm not saying I've ever done it.
He does it every time.
Whoa, man. Don't put that on me. I've never done that. Nor will I.
Can we track his phone?
No.
Let's find some stuff. Not just streaming illegally. I'm just kidding. There's nothing on there except, I don't know.
Say I will.
UFC and how to get dogs 10 out of their mouth. I don't know. How to get a can out of my dog's intestine.
How to perform surgery.
My dog. My dog in a tin can. What do I do? Go to the vet. I can't afford the AI.
I can't afford that AI.
You think I got money like that, AI? Shit.
I'm broke, AI.
No, I mean, 4th of July.
So funny just to be complaining to AI about your life.
There was one 4th of July where I went camping, and do you remember actually, before I get to that, speaking of the gym, when I went to the gym, I got workout tips from one guy. I'm just going to tell you his name. His name was Jerome, and his Instagram name was Testosterone. How do you feel about that? Just a big white dude.
Big white dude?
Named Testosterone. Dude, he had me sweating that day, dude. I have
Can
a
I
picture.
be honest? That guy sells steroids, first of all.
I know he
He's
does.
a steroid salesman.
I asked him, he said he doesn't do steroids.
He's a steroid salesman.
I was like, your dick is too small to not be on steroids. I'm just kidding.
The thought of you going to the gym and just checking guys' pieces out is so actually close to reality.
Walking the sauna with sandals on, no pants, just seeing what's up. We working with it here, folks.
You literally go to the gym just to be a creep in the sauna, huh?
No, only the woman's sauna. I go walk in there, see my hair. Can I sneak in? I get a woman on the inside. They sneak me in. I put a towel over my head. I look like a girl. I put a towel here. I'll walk in like this, and I'll be like, "Yo, what's up, Betty? Show them tits."
Man. Y'all hear what he's doing right now? This is his life. This is how he chooses to live.
Going just to the gyms and just like. I get in there, and then I sit down, and they go, "Why that girl in the corner just licking his lips or licking her lips?" And I'm like,
That girl in the corner.
I'm like, just out here fingering my vagina and shit. I'm just kidding. That would be weird.
Oh,
No, I don't. I've never gone to the sauna. What I'll do after I work out over the summertime is I'll sit in my car and I'll drive home with no AC. And I'll just sweat it out. Same thing as a sauna, in my opinion, right?
I mean, good enough.
I'm sweating it out. I'm sweating. I get home and I'm
It's
like,
weird you're doing it in your car and letting your car soak all that in, but yeah.
well, you can't jerk off in a sauna. You can jerk off in your car. You know what I mean? Just kidding. You don't see all those jack dudes and not go in. You know what I mean?
You're an animal, dude.
I'm just kidding around. I'm an animal. You're making us use mics that aren't plugged in.
What are we?
I'm talking to the mic.
What are we? What was your worst 4th of July?
My worst 4th of July. I was walking. I went camping with my parents. We went to a fun campsite. I had just got the Fusion skateboard. You know the Fusion skateboard? It was, yeah.
Is that the one with the break in the middle and it can wibble wobble?
It does.
Yeah.
So I had one of those, and I couldn't really ride it too well. So
we called those rip sticks when I was
ripsticks. Yeah, ripstick. That's a ripstick. But didn't the ripstick, wasn't that a scooter version of that?
There was all kinds.
This was the skateboard.
When I was coming up, there was one that had handlebars up to the top, 2 feet pegs, so you were riding a trike almost.
That was awesome.
And it worked the same way. You would throw your hips into it.
That was fun. I loved all that.
I
miss all that
down
shit.
hills and that thing.
I still miss all that stuff. But so we brought with us the ripstick, skateboard version, and then 2 Razor scooters.
All right.
Which was just like easy to ride. So I can't really I can't rip the ripstick.
Let's just be honest. You're not very good at riding anything.
No, I can't ride anything. My jokes are terrible. Riding anything. So I can't.
Stop. You can't ride anything, as in you can't ride down on anything.
First of all,
you're not a rider.
I play roller hockey every weekend. I play pickup roller hockey, and I manhandle adult men. I put them in a blender.
He comes to my house today and says, "Dude, I gotta get bigger. These 50-year-old guys are beating my ass in roller hockey."
I'm there, and I'm also like, I don't do nothing. And one time, one guy was like, "So what do you do?" And I was like, "I do stand up." And he looked at me like, "You do stand up?" And I was like, Yeah, he looking at me. Here's the problem I have. People look at me and they look at my body and they look at me and they go.
They look at my body.
They look at me, my body, my face, my skin, and they look at me and I have like weird, almost Asian eyes, but not quite Asian to be cool.
Yeah, you got something going on.
Not quite Asian enough to be like he's full blown Asian, but I'm not white enough to be like he's Italian. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People see me, they don't know what to make of it, so they assume when I say I'm doing stand-up, they assume I'm up there doing like, I think they assume I'm doing like woke comedy. I almost feel like.
No one sees that.
I don't think so.
I think what people see is almost exactly what you do. It's just exactly your set.
Just talk about sleeping naked and
You're good at it. You've got your thing pretty hammered out.
So anyway, so I told the guy I was
it's
a comedian.
weird. You're just like talking about just ripping just loads in a bathroom in like public or something, and you're
what
killing
the
it.
heck? What bit is that? That's not even a bit I got. You're thinking
this
of
kid's
something
been
else.
doing a bit on stage where he's just.
I don't have any bits that include loads. I got no loads bits. I got a bit that takes place in a public bathroom where I'm implying that there's someone in the bathroom scaring. What can you do about it?
Yeah. My fault. You're
bit.
startling someone in a public bathroom.
What can you do? It's not. I'm not.
In Victoria's Secret.
I wish there were hot chicks there. I scared them all away.
What is your worst 4th of July? You fucking
You're the one who
piece
keeps
of shit.
You're the one getting on the tangents with the I can't ride shit, and I'm looking at rollerblader though. So anyway, so I'm trying to rip the thing by the beach. I can't really get it going too well, so
not a good beach move.
No, so my dad rips the ripstick, and my dad used to surf, so he's ripping the ripstick pretty good.
Nice.
And I'm razoring my scooter, and then my dad's ripping the ripstick, and he trips.
Can you stop for a second?
Go ahead.
You just said razoring my scooter.
Razoring my razor. I'm scootering my razor. I'm on my scooter. It's a razor scooter though, and it's awesome. It had blue cushion handlebars.
I'm razoring my razor. Go ahead.
I'm scissoring my sister. Okay, I'm pulling down. I don't have a sister. Yo. Anyway, so.
It's so weird you had to say that.
I'm scissoring my sister. She's 25.
You're
12.
riding a scooter.
So my dad falls and he hits his head, and it's like that guy that happened in the club. You know, he had a little big old bump right here, and it's bleeding. And my dad's got a huge bump the size of a baseball.
Wow.
Up right here. And then my dad's like, and I'm like, whoa, and I'm scared.
Is he making noises for real?
My dad made no noise. My dad got up and just like dusted himself. My dad's the manliest man I've ever met in my life. My dad wakes up at 4 a.m., goes to work at 5, comes up at 6, plays football afterwards. My dad's the man. Is he Asian? Is he Mexican? We don't know. And so so he's just walking it off. He's like, I'm done razoring. I'm just gonna carry the razor. And so I'm scootering, and I'm like, and everybody's shaking up because my dad has a huge bump on his head. And that's our last day anyway, so we're gonna leave. We're about to leave right now when we get back to our campsite. And I'm razoring behind this old dude, and the old dude turns around and he goes, "You shouldn't scooter right behind somebody." And I'm like, "What?" And my dad goes, "Don't yell at my kid." And the guy's like, "I'll yell at your kid." And then my dad's like, "No, don't ever yell at my kid. I'll throw down." And the guy goes, "I'll punch you. And I don't care that you have a fucking bump on your head." And then I remember like, "Stop yelling!" I was just crying. I hate seeing my dad has anger. My dad has anger problems, not necessarily towards us.
Did he get punked out?
My dad punked the old dude out.
It didn't sound like it right there. It sounded like your dad got punked.
No, my dad punked the old dude out.
He said, "I'll punch you even though you got that thing on your head."
And my dad kept yelling. My dad said, "I don't care if you're old. I'll beat your ass." That's what he said. And so they were going at it.
You gotta keep telling that story there, because where you stopped made it sound like your dad got punked out.
I mean, after my dad yelled that, I started just crying. I don't know what happened. So I
started panicking. Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, stop running." And so
what's your mom doing at this point? Just like going and sneaking, grabbing the gun she hid from East LA somewhere?
Probably. She grabbed the shit she has up her ass. I kissed her one. Don't worry about it. I got the old man. Oh, let's get away from my stab in prison style. No, my mom was yelling at the old dude. My mom and dad are.
That's so funny.
My mom is a feisty.
I know. I could see it in your mom.
And then
your dad seemed very calm when I met him. So
my dad, I don't know what happened to my dad. My dad used to be a very, very angry guy. He would never hit us or my mom, and he never drank. He was a very kind of angry guy. And I don't know what happened. I turned like 13, and I don't know. It's like my dad didn't have a heart attack, but it's like he did. Just changed up.
I know what it is?
What?
Weed became legal. That man started taking it.
No, that's my dad's not one of those guys.
He's popping. I think what happened was, you don't even know.
I think what happened was my dad was one of the, he needed to be a stern man until I was 13. I turned 13. He was like, I can chill out now. I don't know what happened. Maybe he got a promotion or something like that. So I mean, he always had a good job, but maybe he got like a promotion. I don't know what happened. All I know is my dad really chilled out when I was like 13.
Financial stability can do that.
That's what I think. That's probably what happened.
He gained a little bit of financial stability.
That's probably what happened.
They hit the lotto.
They invested well. I've had that house since I was born in the house.
Baller.
It's a nice house. My parents bought it for 100.
Cha-ching.
My parents bought it for $100,000 when it was coming out. 'Cause
Cha-ching.
they bought it before it was built.
Hey.
Yeah.
Parents had bought a house for $100,000.
Before it was built, yeah, they did.
When?
Like in 1998.
Well, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
That's maybe.
And so, which probably is a lot more nowadays.
Dang, boy, when were you born?
01. What?
I gotta get my life together.
You old as fuck. Were you 95 or something like that?
Born in 95, boy. Your house wasn't even built yet, boy.
It was not. You're older than my house. That's crazy because my house is already creaking. That's how I know you're old, because my house is like, man, this pre-war and shit. Under pre-war.
I'm 29 and feeling fine, first of all.
You're turning 30 next month.
I'm 29 and feeling fine, first of all. I'll beat you in a foot race, second of all.
That's not true.
That's definitely
I beat
true.
you in a foot race like recently.
No. Bro, tell the people you lying, right? We ain't foot raced. When did we foot race? Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right.
What was your worst 4th of July? That when your
That
dad
was,
got punked out,
and then, so,
dad's bleeding on the
I was
ground,
crying
just getting his ass whipped by some old man.
and then I'm all shaken up, and my brother's all shaken up because we're like very anxious kids. And then my mom and dad are just yelling at this old dude, and we leave. And my dad has a golf ball in his head now. Also, don't forget that. It's probably concussion. He needs to drive us home. And then
Your mom couldn't have took the wheel in that situation. My
well,
God.
we would, but we don't let women drive in my house. So I'm just kidding. And then what happened was my mom called up a family friend who was a nurse, and they were like, "Yeah, he should probably just like apply some ice."
A head injury, bro? That's how Bob Saget died.
I know, but my dad's not a fucking. I'm just kidding. I'm blurring that out. My dad's not a fucking F slur. I'm just kidding. I like Bob Saget. He's funny. He's only a pedophile sometimes. And I'm just joking around.
Was he pedo?
There's rumors.
Oh, man.
No, is it true? Probably not. I'm not gonna talk about a man who's dead, who can't defend himself. You know what I mean? Not that he would come on and defend himself, but if he wanted to, he could.
I feel like Michael Jackson. You could talk about him.
Michael Jackson's not a pedophile. It's a guy who I think he took so much hormonal therapy when he was growing up that he probably just never hit puberty. I'm not gonna call him. I don't think he ever slept with anybody. I think he never hit puberty. I don't think his balls ever dropped because he did that. He took puberty blockers so he'd keep that good voice he had since he was a kid.
I didn't know any of this.
So I don't think he might have been touching him weird. That's still strange. So, you know what? I think I'm gonna step back.
Or what are you doing right now?
I think I'm gonna step back. You know what?
I don't know
Michael
where
Jackson.
this is going.
Michael Jackson. That's a pedophile.
I'm glad you rewinded right there. There was like video of that Aaron Carter guy. He's dead now too, but
What did he do?
he was talking about they was doing creepy creeps.
He touched my belly button.
Aaron Carter is the guy who got all crazy face tattooed up, and then he died out in like Palm Springs somewhere, Bakersfield.
Oh man, he died in Bakersfield. It's tough.
Dude,
Where was he born?
Rough situation because he was like the man. Tay told me that was her first crush was Aaron Carter. He came out
What's
with...
he from?
Aaron Carter had one pop song when he was young, but it was back when you made money from doing,
Radio?
like having a one-hit wonder.
Okay.
CDs, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so that was what's he look like? Was he a white dude?
He was a white dude.
Okay.
He was the son, or he was the younger brother of one of the guys in NSYNC.
Oh, okay. Now
He did one hit song when he was like in that 13, 14 year old.
So when did Michael Jackson get him?
So when he blew up and popped, and because the relationship with NSYNC too, I think Michael Jackson maybe even owned NSYNC or was involved with the...
So Timberlake got touched up too, probably.
Dude. Well, you already know he was involved with Diddy hard too.
Yeah.
So he's in all them parties.
Yeah, Bieber.
Wildin'. Bieber's out wildin' right now. Have you seen this?
I like that. I respect that more than him. I remember I used to not like when he was just like the guy, the little kid singing.
I'm just gonna. It's just not a good look to be out there yelling and screaming in front of, like, not being coherent. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Yeah.
If you're gonna be out there doing that, you need to make sure you on point. Like, there is no video of like, well, except for Robert Downey when he was on drugs.
Yeah.
He's done the paparazzi.
How
thing
about just
a couple times.
DiCaprio? DiCaprio's never had a problem with the media. DiCaprio never had a problem with the media. Can you think of it anytime he's yelled at the media? I can't.
Do you think DiCaprio's the kind of guy who's like, I've heard some stuff.
What have you heard about DiCaprio?
I heard that he's got to have on like big.
I told you this story.
I feel like you told me.
I told you this.
Someone told
That's
me
not that weird that he just do your thing. He just chills. If that's the worst thing a guy that big has is that he likes to clock out during sex, that's not a problem. Now, if it was a 12-year-old on top, now it's an issue. But it's usually 25. He's dating a 27-year-old right now. It's usually like a model from Hungary.
I mean,
I don't
know.
For that.
That kind of money's got to be a weird burden.
I heard him on the Mark Maron podcast. Like, he was pretty funny.
That kind of money's got to be a weird burden. Have you seen, listen to, God, he was America's heartthrob for a long time.
Brad Pitt.
No. Stamos.
Just Stamos.
Stamos has got a little bit of tweaky energy,
Yeah.
low key.
Yeah.
He's got like a little bit of
that's a guy who's got too much puss that something's wrong with him. You can't get too much great pussy. And he got like too much model puss, I think.
I wonder what his 4th of July's were like. John Stamos, boy.
He's probably in the basement sucking the blood of some 10-year-old. He's trying to stay young. He looks young, dude. I don't believe that, but I'm just joking. John Stamos is cool. He likes comedians, I heard, so I respect him. Whatever.
Stamos is a G.
As in Greek? Because he's Greek. That's a funny one. You move J's and all that. You call it Stamos a G because he's Greek. You going for that? That's a crack time on everybody. Thank you so much for watching.